Hey, what's up? It's Valar. Happy Monday to y'all. I am straight stone cold sober today. But don't forget, on the weekends, cocktails, gaming, shards. That's the name of the channel. That's the deal. That actually is not the name of the channel. But anyway, that is the deal. So I am considering rebranding the channel. So there's that thing going on in my head. I'll let you guys know when that happens, if it does happen. But if you don't want to miss out on drinking some cocktails, doing some shards, I'm going to have some really cool things coming up to kind of marry that together. So you'll have to stay tuned. You'll have to subscribe. You'll have to turn on the notifications if you want to be part of that, because I want you to be part of that. Anyway, we had a great weekend this weekend. I did actually pull Kalvalax. I did not pull Kalvalax out of the 26 shards I wailed like an idiot on. I pulled him out of the 2 shards before I even did that. So I had 2 sacred shards. I pulled him. If you watched the video that I posted on Saturday, which is linked up here in the corner, you would see that I explained that I did pull Kalvalax Saturday morning out of 2 shards. Second shard, boom, Kalvalax. So I'm going to run him, and we're going to do some different content with him and everything. The first thing I'm going to do is Clan Boss. I literally just ripped all the gear off my Dracomorph because I'm going to put him in Dracomorph slot. I am going to lose the decreased defense and weaken, so this could be a significant reduction in my damage. But I want to see what he does, and I want to show you guys that. I actually do not know what he's going to do yet, at all. So I haven't tested it, haven't done anything. I wanted to put it live first time on camera to just showcase it. But let's go through the build for him. First, we're going to look at the masteries, because they are Clan Boss masteries. I got him down on the War Master tree. And I don't mind because he's my damage dealer. I run an unkillable with 2 man-eaters, but I don't mind if he cycles through some turns. This probably isn't enough for him to proc, but I figured with his max HP ability, it might be enough to proc. That was kind of my thought pattern of this. Maybe I'm thinking completely off the wall and I'm completely wrong there. So let me know in the comments if I am. If you're really super technical and super good at this, because I'll be the first to tell you I'm not the best player at Raid Shadow Legends. I play this for fun. This is an outlet for me to de-stress, have fun, and enjoy being with you guys. That is the point, right? And I have cocktails too, don't forget that. Anyway, but that's the reason I took this, is because I figured he has that enemy max HP, and this could be a good ability where every now and then I get a chance to actually decrease the cooldown of random skills for him, either the A2 or the A3, and they do a lot of damage, so I can proc those going again as well. But just kind of the standard War Master tree I went down besides that, and then kind of going down the standard defense tree to, what is this, Retribution, and what the heck is this one? Deterrence. So, your typical Clan Boss unkillable build for your damage dealer, if you will. So there's that. He's unbooked. I haven't spent any books on him yet. I'm not part of the content creator program anymore. Not because I did anything wrong or any drama, but because of the stuff that happened in my life. I kind of got the boot from that for a little bit. I do plan on getting back into it, but I don't have the resources to book this guy right now. I only have like 1 or 2 books, and I just booked Tomb Lord and what's the fusion guy? The old man, Sigmund. So I just booked both of those, so I have flat out used all my books in CVC, and I've got to conserve and figure out who I'm going to book next, and he most likely will be my next target to book when I get Lego books. So he's got a 1-hitter that has a 40% chance of increasing the duration of all the poison debuffs on the target by 1 turn, and heals by 2.5% of his max HP for each poison debuff on the target. So I do think you can build him in non-unkillable comps, but he's going to be hard to keep alive because he's fairly squishy. Not fairly, he's super squishy actually. So anyway, but you could get this to, what is that? Is that a 55% chance? Yeah, it is a 55% chance of actually increasing the duration of the buffs. Then he's got this 1-hitter that places an extra hit for each poison on the target up to 3 hits, excuse me. So he's going to get 4 hits. And then he's got an AoE, damage increases according to the number of poison debuffs on the target. Attack and enemy at max HP are the damage multipliers. Now, from what I understand, the one that's listed first actually has the biggest impact. I know that enemy max HP is a little bit different and has a huge impact, but I believe if you flip it around on the other ones that like Seer and Royal Guard and all that stuff, the enemy max HP is actually first. This one, the attack is first, so I believe you're going to want to crank his attack as high as you possibly can. I could be wrong there, but that is just my thought pattern, which I'm sharing with you. So, let me know if I'm right or if I'm wrong in the comments with that as well. So, the other part too, Pestilence's passive is absolutely insane. 5% poison debuff on all enemies for 2 turns at the start of each round. 50% chance of placing a 5% poison debuff on all enemies for 1 turn at the start of each turn. So in the beginning of the round, he's going to try to do it all on everybody on the waves. That he just places it automatically, actually. So that one is like a guaranteed proc. And then the other one is a 50-50 chance if he does it at the start of every turn. And then whenever he gets poisoned, instantly removes it and replaces it with a continuous heal buff for 2 turns instead. So another place I kind of wanted to try this guy, just with that ability alone, is against the Nether Spider, which I think is the one that just throws out all those poisons like crazy. So I wonder if he is just some Mac Daddy crazy bastard against the Nether Spider. I don't know, but worth a shot to find out. And then increase ally speed in all battles by 19%. So that's his kit. You guys have probably seen it if you pulled him. That's awesome. I'm also, the Raid Shadow Legends just published a video on him today on Monday. Go check it out. David Fitzsimmons, the creator of this guy, is actually in that video. Super cool that he was in the video as well. So go check that out. It's on Raid Shadow Legends main page. So definitely check that out. Now, artifact-wise, I put him in Relentless because I want to try to get him to proc as many turns as possible. So that's my thought behind that. Here's his build, his basic stats. He's only got 12k HP. So the HP I got him is around 26k. So it doesn't matter, though, because I'm going to run him in an unkillable comp right now for this clan boss run. And then he has 5,398 attack. So I tried to stack the attack on him if I could. So I imagine you can get a heck of a lot more than that because he has a really high base attack of 1663. So stacking attack on him would not be that hard. Now defense, he also has a pretty nice amount of defense for an attack-based champion. 1,068 defense. I didn't really go out of my way trying to stack defense at all. I mean, this is not that great on the defense side. He's got a little over 2,000 defense, so not bad. 222 speed, which is the exact speed I have my Dracomorph that I'm running. His crit damage is not enough, but I just went with this for now, so we'll see. 108 crit rate, 176 crit damage. Hopefully his damage is not so underwhelming because I didn't pump crit damage. I'm running crit rate gloves to get the crit rate where it needs to be. So ideally, you probably want to run crit damage gloves, but I'm trying to get a Relentless set built here as well. So I can't really actually get as much damage as I might like. Because I don't have great crit damage gloves with crit rate procs and everything on a Relentless set. So I'll probably change a build and do something else with him in another follow-up video. And then I did the 227 accuracy. And that's without an accuracy banner. I did actually put an attack banner on this guy. I rolled a triple HP roll there and rolled the perfect amount of speed I needed with a glyph, which is hilarious. While we're doing this, why don't we just actually enchant this thing here? Enchant this attack. I'm just going to go with the highest glyphs I've got. So don't do this at home, kiddos. 8%. 4%. All right. 8%. 5%. All right. 8%. Oh, man. Okay. Enough of that. Okay. So I was just pumping some extra stats on that one because I could. Okay. So let's actually run him. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to run him right now on Clan Boss, see how he does. And then to make things a little more digestible, I may do another video on him because this is the Spotlight Part 1 of the Spotlight Part 1 in Clan Boss. I want to make this digestible that you can consume this content without thinking I talked to you for 45 minutes to an hour, right? Because I could probably make a guide on this guy that would go 45 minutes to an hour. I don't know that you guys like me that much. I mean, I am a fun guy, but maybe not that fun. All right, as far as some dude on the internet goes. Anyway, here's my team. It's on the right affinity for him. We're on force affinity right now. So for him, this might actually be really good. I just run on auto on my team, Valar Gaming right here. There it is. I can't run him in the lead, so I got to make sure I don't run him in the lead. So I'm going to come back after I set everything up. We'll do the run, and we'll kind of see how he does. Okay, we're going to run this, see how it does. You do have to mess around with Kalvalax's AI a little bit because he doesn't use his A3 on auto very well, if at all. So you want to make sure that you put that as skill 1 and prioritize that. So always use it if it's available on his A3, which is the enemy max HP. I'm going to sacrifice a heck of a lot of damage not using Draco here, I realize as well. My typical keys are between I don't know, anywhere depending on the affinity between like high 40s to almost 65 million actually. So this is going to take a lot off the table because we're not using a decreased defense and weaken, but I just want to see what he does and kind of see what he does without it actually too. Kind of just an interesting, fun thing to do. So let's go for it. Let's see what happens here. So he got the 4 poisons up. We'll see what happens. I won't have you sit through this whole fight. I'm going to fast forward through here. 103,000 hit right there with the 4 poisons. So if he can extend somehow, that would be pretty nice hits actually. So I don't think it's going to be enough to make up for not having a decreased defense and weaken. I mean, that's a oh, he did increase debuff duration. So if you saw that, he actually increased every single one of those by 1 turn on that particular hit, which was pretty nice. Then we'll see if he can proc the extra hits. I don't think he used his A2 yet unless I missed it. Maybe that was in the beginning, actually. So I guess he did use it. But oh, look, he's getting some good debuff increases, increasing the durations there. So that's pretty nice. Let's wait and see if we can see another hit, like a mega hit for him on the A3. But we'll see. Here, is this going to come here? No, not yet. But he's increasing the duration. That's exactly what I want because now we got 2 turns on the bar on what looks like 7 poisons right there. We got 8 poisons up now. 86k. I think that wasn't as good as I thought actually. Wonder what the 100,000 hit was, or was it just because the crit damage is not that high? Maybe that's why. So, I'm not sure this is actually optimal. It was extra turn procking. Here we go. But I'm sacrificing a lot in the damage. Now I believe we got a full debuff bar of poisons here. So one more cycle around, and I'm going to bring it in at the end. We'll see what he does. Ooh, Maneater landed his decreased attack there, actually, with like almost no accuracy. That's pretty funny. Okay. Not that matters. Anyway, so let's just do one more time to see if we can get a good hit in here. 37? Oh, he had no poisons. Okay. So we saw, I think he did 100,000. I'm going to bring it in toward the end, and then we'll see what else he does. And then I'm going to make a follow-up video showcasing him in dungeons, maybe with a little bit different build, and put this gear back on my Dracomorph. So we shall see what happens here. I'll be right back. All right, we're back here, about to get wiped. Because we don't have a decreased defense and weaken, obviously the damage is reduced big time. But we'll see what he does. Not overly impressive. I probably am running him. Wow. Okay. As I say that, 29 million, which isn't an overly impressive key. But this actually does kind of highlight how much damage this guy outputs. And this makes me think, if I can position a team with a decreased defense and weaken, I'm going to do some building around this guy. I might even go back to a more old school traditional clan boss counterattack setup with my Skull Crusher. Because I'm kind of bored of Bat Eater anyway. Even though it works, it's fun, right? But, well, it's not fun actually. It works, it's reliable, I can hit auto and call it a day, right? Which is fine. But, dude, I mean, look at the damage this guy did. I was actually a little disappointed I might not publish the video, to be honest, because of this. But I'm going to go ahead and do it because 17.7 million out of 29 million. I mean, that guy just pumps the freaking damage like crazy. And he heals himself up, too. So I really think if I can get a good build going, I'm going to do some more theory crafting this week on him. I might do 1 or 2 videos on him this week because I pulled him. I'm excited about pulling him. So hopefully you enjoyed the video. I'm just here having fun. If you want to join me, every weekend we have cocktails, we pull shards. If you want me to pull your shards, hit me up. I have a Discord again. Hit me up. It's in the description below. You don't need to be active in the Discord if you don't want, but you can direct message me on there. And if you want me to pull your shards, have some cocktails, we're going to do it on the weekends. And we're going to have fun. So don't miss out on that. Don't miss out on other things as well. Like I'm going to build more Kalvalax teams. I'm going to do another video with dungeons and kind of more PvE content in general as well. Because I wanted to, like I said, make it more digestible for you guys. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Cheers.